Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dragon's Lair. My name is Brent. Today we are going to be going over recent toys added to the collection. Some of these toys go all the way back to last, I don't know, June or July or something like that. But we are just going to go over these quick. I actually started filming this video and then my phone just crashed and 15 minutes in I lost everything I had. Not to mention I even opened a few things, so it's kind of depressing. So we're just going to start this over again. We're going to start right up with yard sale score. This was a guy that was a reseller, just getting out of the business, just getting rid of everything, kind of like a fire sale. Got a ton of stuff off him, but this is a Sinister Six Dr. Octopus Funko Pop. Pretty cool. I might have paid $1 for this, maybe. I don't know. We also got, we'll get this out of the way here. We got this bad boy here. This is episode 1 of Star Wars, Qui-Gon Jinn with an Opie. I didn't even realize that's what the fish was called. I paid $5. I don't know if you can see the sticker. $5 for this at Ozone Toys. Cool toy shop down in Williamsport, PA. A lot of this 90s Star Wars stuff doesn't sell at all, but it's still pretty cool to have. Which I got a few figures there too, Power of the Force. Moma Nadon for $1. I mean, for $1 for a figure. We also got a TIE Fighter pilot for $1 in Power of the Force. Sorry if my camera isn't the best. We're just going to go around. Like I said, I started filming and my phone crashed, and hopefully it doesn't crash again. But we got a VHS of Captain America. This was from There and Back Again Toy Store when he was going out of business. I don't know if anybody wants to see the back. Little Red Skull action on there. Pretty cool. We also got a Daryl Dixon Funko Pop from The Walking Dead. This was a Goodwill score for $6. I've never seen the Daryl Dixon before, so get my finger out of there. But I thought that was pretty cool. We also got a Megatron Funko Pop. This is newer. My nephew got this for me for my birthday. He's a big Funko Pop collector too. I don't know if he's still collecting Die Hard or not, but that is pretty cool. Cool birthday present right there. And we also got a Storm. This is more modern. I actually bought this. I am an X-Men fan, and I think there's four or five. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Probably shouldn't. It's also got Jubilee, Magneto, Nightcrawler, and Bastion Nimrod. I don't even know who Bastion Nimrod is. I'm an X-Men fan, and I don't know who it is. But of course, Funko. I don't know. They're like hurting for money or something. So they've been raising their price. They went from like $11.99 to like $14.99 at Walmart and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I'll be buying a whole lot of Funko Pops. We also got this Darth Maul for $2.50 at Walmart clearance. Thought that was pretty cool. I am a Star Wars fan, collector, stuff. I collect figures, so when I kind of find the figures dirt cheap, I'll pick them up. But anyways, we also got this Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I had it in the box, and I opened it for when I started doing the video, but my phone crashed, so the joys of filming videos, and I lost the video, so I don't even know what happened to it, but it was like all distorted looking, and I don't know, my phone was just being dumb. But we got a cool Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on a little stand. I don't know if he glows in the dark or anything. It'd be cool if he did. Looks like he's going with a Karate Kid kick there or something. Pretty cool. Then we also got a couple of Transformers. These were yard sale scores for 50 cents a piece. They had a whole box of Transformers there actually, but a lot of them are busted up. So it was $1 for the big ones and 50 cents for the little ones. Looks like this one's missing a little piece there, but for 50 cents, I thought that was pretty cool. If I can get them to stand up. I don't think I can. We're just going to set them down. Oh, whoops, I had that one backwards. Didn't even realize it. This guy's actually like a raptor type thing or something, Kind of cool. Oh, keep putting them backwards. I don't want to show them to you backwards, but I was. Okay, and we'll show this little dude off. This was actually, like I said, I had this in a bag. It wasn't a Goodwill bag. I opened the bag. Here's the bag. It was the only toy in there I even cared about. Most of it's like kitty toys and stuff like that. But I had a $2.99 price tag on it. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I was like, man, I had this figure as a kid. I didn't even know what it was. I believe it's Dark Star. And I wasn't allowed to have Dark Star as a kid, but I had this figure. So I might have got this figure from like my grandma as a kid or something like that. 'Cause she had a little 5 and dime store in Westfield, PA, called Cook's Variety Store, way back in like the 80s, 90s. So I know I had this figure. I didn't know what it was, but I figured, for $2.99, I'm gonna pick it up. And I got up to the register, and it ended up being red tag sale day, and I paid, I think, 53 cents for the whole bag because it was red tag day or whatever. So it was 50 cents for the bag and then 3 cents for sales tax. So I got me a nice little PVC Dark Star figure. A few little scuff marks on them, but I thought that was awesome. No complaints there. Next up, we'll do some quarter bin sales out of My Neighbor's Closet. Got a nice little cable from the 90s. I actually went in there that day. These are all from various days. I'm trying to get them to stand up. But I went in, I told myself, I'm going to get myself a G.I. Joe. And, well, I didn't get a G.I. Joe, but I found a cable. I also got this little Mega Bloks figure. I believe it's Mega Bloks. I'm not sure what toy line he is. Kind of looks like that one video game there where you buy the little characters for. But quarter sale, quarter bin. I also got my wife some little figures out of there. She's a big Disney fan. This stuff goes in her flower bed. Got also another little daisy there for my wife. Going in her flower bed. At least the heater just shut off, so it's a little bit more quiet. We also got a Arby's Bugs Bunny. Pretty cool. We got a Mario Kart and Luigi Kart. I think these go to that little like racetrack, Mario racetrack thing or whatever, but they were for a quarter. We also got a PVC Snoopy, which I thought was pretty darn cool. I love PVC figures. I grew up playing with like the Smurfs, stuff like that, Smurf figures, so I always buy them when I see them. We also got this little Fozzie Muppet Babies or whatever he is. And we got a plastic horse. It's actually a really solid plastic horse. It's not one of the cheapy plastic ones. Not sure what it goes to, but, for a quarter, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Might come across a figure that goes with it at some point in time. And we also got this Ninja Dude. I believe he is Chong-Chi, which you can get them for like $3-4 at Ollie's right now in box. But for a quarter, I mean, no weapons, but it's a figure for a quarter. Pretty cool looking, either way. We also, this is a yard sale score for a quarter. Went out to, I think it was the Bossburg yard sales. And there was nothing at this yard sale, but a box of little knickknacks and toys and stuff like that. And this was in there for a quarter. This is a bendy figure. I had a lot of these bendy figures as a kid too. So I thought that was pretty cool. Roger Rabbit. Absolutely love Roger Rabbit. One of my favorite movies as a kid. Still is. This one will be a little bit harder to show off because it's so big, but this is a 12-inch Darth Vader.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
His eyes and his saber light up. Pretty cool. He's got quite a few sayings on there. I paid $3 for that at My Neighbor's Closet. And I also got this generic Stormtrooper, which he... Oh, the battery's stuck.
Look, sir, Troy. You know what's going on? Let me see your identification.
You don't need to see my identification.
Don't make me destroy you.
But that was, I think, $2, so... And that's a 10-inch figure. So we got a 12-inch Vader and a 10-inch Stormtrooper. We also got this little die-cast plate at a yard sale for a quarter, Terminator 2. Absolutely love Terminator 2. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, we do have a couple video games. This is mostly toys, but we do have some video games. We have Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube. And X-Men Legends 2, Rise of Apocalypse. I think I paid $2 a piece for those video games, which if you find GameCube games for $2 a piece, you better pick them up, because they sell for a lot. Next up, we got a little Incredible Hulk. I don't really care about this figure. And we also got a Anakin, I can't remember what this ship's called. It's a little Naboo ship when he shot up in space in episode 1. Small little ship, but I got these at Niche Flea Market. Niche thrift store. It was a $5 bag sale. My sister was there, and she was throwing board games and card games and all kinds of stuff into a bag. And she's like, "You got anything you want to shove in here?" So I was like, "Well, there ain't many toys here," so I shoved them in there. So I didn't pay anything for them, so got them for free. Next up, we got a little Shane figure. This is a McFarlane toy. I don't think it really looks like Shane. This is Walking Dead. Maybe it does. I don't know. It's kind of weird looking. But got this for $1 at Elkland Yard Sales. It was in the package. I opened it when I was filming the video before, but my video crashed, so you don't get to see that, unfortunately. But for $1, you know, it's a McFarlane toy. It is kind of cool. Pretty neat, in my opinion. We got a couple more Star Wars figures that were from Ozone. I set them off to the side here. This is, I think, Grand Inquisitor or something like that. Something I paid $1 for it. So it is beat up, falling out of the package. And we also got a Kylo Ren for $1. I mean, you can see the $1 price tag still on there. A little bit beat up, but, you know, figures for $1, that is kind of cool. Next up, we got a cool little, is it Ertl? I don't know if it's Ertl. I don't know what this is. So, I'll just show I don't know if you can see the name or not. It's probably dark there. I'm sitting at my kitchen table, so this is like, it's been mass produced, but it's from like the 60s. I think a vehicle sits on the trailer too, but I paid $2 for this. I don't know if you can see the price tag. $2. Some of the tires are a little bit dry rot, but it is a military vehicle. I do like military stuff, so that is kind of cool. Of course, we got another Star Wars creature. This is a Goodwill score, $1.49. All toys at my Goodwills are, if they're not priced, they're $1.49 automatically. So this was a $1.49 score. I do believe I already have this animal. I don't even know what it's called, to be honest with you. But for $1.49, you know, can't hurt to have two. So I thought that was pretty cool. Moving on to the next one. My sister gave me this. I don't know. She found it at a yard sale. I think this is like 2012. Kind of cool looking, like monster robot like thing. Pretty cool looking. I don't know what that head is. Kind of like dragon head. Trying to show it off here. It's weird the way I'm sitting at the table here, so I need like a better camera, better setup, but you know, I don't care. Not a big deal. And next up, this one's still in the bag. This was off the yard sale I got from that reseller, which this is a Halo figure. I'm a big Halo fan, so that is kind of cool. Finally getting around to open some of these I bought last summer. So this is a Brute Beast. See if I can show it off a little bit better. So he would be jumping and trying to hit you, which I'm not sure how he connects to this. Hopefully it's all here. I don't know. I don't know how he goes in there. Kind of weird. I don't know. That's a stand that was with it, so I don't know. I'll have to look it up or something. He should sit on there somehow, I'd imagine. But I'm not sure how he goes on there. I don't see anything that makes him connect to it. But maybe it's missing a piece. I don't know. This was just thrown in a bag. I probably only paid like 50 cents for it. Pretty cool looking figure either way, if you like Halo. But we'll eventually figure that out. On to the next bag. I got bags and bags of stuff here. Another Goodwill score for $1.49. This is a He-Man horse. It is missing some pieces. Missing a gun there. It's got one on the other side. I don't know much about He-Man. I had a bunch of figures I just took up to there and back again here last year. Doing a trade for a flag. This one will probably go up there too. See what I can get out of it. I think I paid $1.49. If I get $3-4 trade out of it, I don't care. You know, pretty cool. I wasn't allowed He-Man as a kid as it was the devil. Probably heard me say that a million times. Next up, we got another Incredible Hulk. This was a quarter bin score out of the same place I got most of this other stuff, My Neighbor's Closet. I'm always shocked when they put these bigger figures in there, but for $1, big old Hulk. I love me the Hulk, so that is kind of neat. Hopefully he don't fall over. Of course, let's see what's in this bag. This is a bag I paid $4 for. This was at Niche, which most of it is, I don't know, I think it's junk in here. which I think this is one of the figures I bought it for, which I think this is like a Battle Beast or something like that. I want to say these are like decent figures. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not a Battle Beast. I don't know. It's something like that. I bought it for that, and I also bought it for Pocahontas. Not really, but Pocahontas is in there. We got some Fraggle Rock toys. Wait. Trying to look in the bag without looking at the camera, but you know, I'm doing a terrible job. Sorry if I am. Got a little Matchbox car. Don't care about it. This was the other figure that I bought it for, which I believe this is Robotech or something like that. Robotech, I believe. Another line I never had as a kid, but it is pretty cool. I do remember, I want to say they had like a TV show. I remember watching the TV show. But I thought that was pretty cool. I love action figures, so that is pretty neat. I do not believe there's much of anything else in here. We got, it looks like Dino and, I don't know, somebody. Got a cool little knight figure. That is pretty cool. I do like that. So it looks like he had like a stand he went on or something. And, you know, just some various plastic figures that I don't even know what they are. Rhino. I have no idea what this little guy is. Couldn't tell you. $4 for that. That Pocahontas is probably the highlight of it. Just kidding, but let's see. What else do we have here? We got a Harley Quinn. This was from the same guy that was just getting out of selling stuff. I also got this weird looking figure. I think this is like a Fortnite figure. And it's gonna fall over. Oh my gosh. You like shrunk wrap everything. Weird looking figure. I'm guessing this is probably Fortnite. It's got a cool axe. That is pretty cool. Hope that. Does the axe go in his hand? It probably does, but I don't want to break it either. Yeah, I'm going to break it if I keep trying to do that. I'm going to try to. Next up, this was another yard sale score. I don't even remember what I paid for it. So this is a Transformer. He is missing his tail. The guy said he had the tail, he just couldn't find where it was. So that is pretty cool. I'm not going to try to transform this, as I will probably end up breaking it. We also got this dude, which I didn't realize it at the time I got him. His leg, one leg is busted, actually. This one leg kind of falls off. And I remember having this as a kid. I just don't remember his name. His hands are in there. They're just kind of shot in. But I want to say this is one of the ones they all like formed like a bigger figure. They put like 5 of them together. Like formed like Bruticus or something like that. Of course, we also got a G1 Optimus Prime. I'm not going to try to transform him. I want to say I paid $10 for all 3 of these or something like that. And I don't know if it was worth it or not. But a little bit rough. I think his head's in there. Said I'm not going to try to transform these. Yeah, so oh, I don't want to break you. I don't remember how to transform it. Oh, we got an Optimus Prime. A G1 Optimus Prime. No trailer, but $10 for all 3 of those Transformers. I thought that was a pretty decent deal. And we also got a big old Wolverine. He's heavy. He's like die cast. That was at the same place I got that. You know, it was a fire sale, so it was probably like $1 a piece. He had a bunch of these little stuffed toy figures. Hulk and Miles Morales. He just threw them in. He said, just take them. I want to get rid of them. I was like, okay, I'll just give them away or whatever. On to the next bag. This is one of my better scores recently. This was at Goodwill. This is Astro Train. This was $1.49 at my Goodwill plus tax. No accessories, but man, he is in pretty darn good condition. So that is cool. I don't know if I had Astro Train as a kid or not. I don't remember. Of course, we also got, these are from my neighbor, or no, Niche. These are from Niche. We got some Mighty Ducks figures. I get paid $3 a piece for these. I've never seen the Mighty Ducks figures out. At least I think they're Mighty Ducks. Out in the wild. So for $3 a piece, you know, you can still see price tags. Price tags are still kind of on them. I haven't taken them off yet. I just got these like a week ago. So, and this is, last day of January 2026. I'm filming this, so you'll see it probably a week or 2. Somewhere in there. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. I'm running out of room on my table. We also got quarter bend score from another one from Niche. This is 1989, I believe, Raphael. Got a little gun. Got that out of the quarter bends, but they didn't charge me anything for that. And we also got I believe it's a more modern. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the date on this. Michelangelo. He's got a little spinny thing on the back. His tongue shoots out. Pretty cool. I am a Michelangelo fan. Whoa. And I am knocking my phone down. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. One of them days, I guess. Everything's going wrong. At least my video didn't stop recording. I'd have been mad if I would have had to start over again. Next up, this was another $1.49 score. This is a modern Grimlock. He is complete. I bought one of these before, but I didn't realize he was busted. This one is not busted. So we got a big old Grimlock, modern Grimlock. I believe it's Grimlock. But that is awesome for $1.49. No complaints there. On to the next, which I don't know if I can fix this or not. But this is a Funko Pop Star Wars. Of course, the spring is kind of beat up. This was $1.99. $1.99 at Goodwill. So they wanted a little bit more for that, but if you like Funko Pops. Of course, I'm running out of room on the table. Of course, we got a Pac-Man game. Got this at the same place I got the reseller going out of, or getting rid of his stuff. I actually got two of them. So you can see there's two of them. I love Pac-Man, stuff like that. Loved it as a kid. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Which I'm not going to open all these. There's another Halo figure. He like shrunk wrap everything there. Got this awesome figure. I can't even remember what this is from. Let me go open this one up. Looks awesome. Do off camera, it'd be easier. Maybe. Freaking shrink wrappers. I don't like them. I can't remember what video game this is from. I'm pretty sure it's a video game figure. Dude looks freaking awesome though. Pretty darn cool looking. Solid figure. Very, very cool. He threw it in. It was maybe $1. Oh, his foot's twisted around. Maybe $1 for that. I don't know. He said he was just throwing stuff in. Nothing's going to stand up here. No big deal. And we also got a Gears of War figure. Here, I'll just open it. Like I said, he shrunk wrap everything. This is from the same guy that had all that other stuff. Which just has a stand on it. Gears of War. Of course, we got his weapon. Remember, me and my son found this actual life-size weapon at a yard sale once, and we didn't even know what it was. We passed up on it. Should have bought it. Kind of cool. We got the razor blade saw there. That is a Gears of War figure. Like I said, he is on a little stand. So, and I think he kind of put some like sticky tape or something under him. This is what it is. And of course we got another, I'm not going to open this, this is another Halo figure. Master Chief, there goes that guy. Falling over. Another orange Halo figure. We got this dude. This dude's actually, I believe, from the Super Mario Brothers movie. I had never seen it. I was sitting there looking at it. He's like, that's Super Mario Brothers. I was like, what? But I think it's from the movie or something like that. I don't know if it's a rare figure or not. I think I paid like 50 cents for it. Whatever. He just kind of threw it in. Of course, here is another Niche. No, not Niche. My Neighbor's Closet. Quarter bin score. But you know, you pull his hand down. My camera will focus. But this is a Peter Venkman, which I believe this is 80s. 80s. It's either 80s or 90s. So, very, very cool Ghostbuster figure. Another quarter bin score. I think this is more modern, like Soldier. They have them Soldier playsets and stuff like that. But, quarter bin score. And we got another Halo figure, which I'm not going to open them up right now. I'm getting way into this video. Been a long time. I believe this is like Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe. Weird looking figure. Said I don't have time. Get them all open. I also got a G.I. Joe trading card game. I had to open this when my friend Kevin comes up from Texas again. Maybe we could play some G.I. Joe. Have some fun. That'd be pretty cool. And let's grab some more here. I got quite a bit more. Well, maybe not quite a bit, but I got more. Trying to get some of this stuff to do a video. I like doing these videos to show this stuff off to my friends. So that way, you know, once I do a video, I can start putting it on shelves and stuff like that. So some of them, here's, see, I don't see a price on it. So this is Sabian Wren, which is his Mandalorian figure, I believe. Which these are all on clearance for like $2 or something like that at like Target or some weird price like that. Which, I don't know if I have room to really put any more of this stuff up here. And we also got Paz Vizsla or Via, however you say it. I don't know. I'm terrible at names. Like I said, these are like $2 a piece or something like that. It's either Walmart or Target. Of course, we also got, boy, I'm running out of room. I'm running out of room. We got a Sectaur figure. We'll do this. Sectaurs. So these are the reprints from just a few years ago. Or from a year ago, maybe. They were on clearance for $8. I actually got two of them. I got the main guy and the girl. Stellara and Dargon. Which, you know, I didn't know who they were because, you know, I wasn't allowed to play the Sectaurs as a kid. Wasn't allowed to play the Star Wars either because that was the devil. It was all the devil, but I started watching Star Wars eventually anyways. Didn't care what my mom said. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't care. Eventually I got into it. And I think I'm going to end it on this. I got one more small little toad I could do, but this is getting to be like a 30-minute video. This is the last of my Goodwill scores. You can see the price tag. These are $1.99. These are just like, you know, these are Civil War soldiers. Just little plastic Civil War. I don't know if they're marks or not, but for $1.99, I thought that was pretty darn cool. And we also got this like cowboy and Indian set. Little teepees, little cowboys in there. I am not going to open these up to show. These are $1.99. But that is it for my recent toys added to the collection that I am actually going to show off. Kind of got them all sitting here on the table. Not organized, you know, I just showed them off. You know, like I said, I do this to show off, you know, a lot of my friends and stuff I get. They just said, hey, start doing videos on this stuff, man. We'll watch them. So, you know, I'm not a professional at this in any standard or anything like that. But I have fun doing this, you know, I have fun collecting and stuff like that. And I love yard sailing and thrifting. Love finding this stuff dirt cheap. You know, I don't really like paying full price or, you know, clearance sales, whatever. But that's it. That's all I got for this, you know, recent toy haul. Like I said, I have another little bin here full of toys, but I'm getting at 30 minutes. And this is my second time recording this video as I lost the first one. But that's all I got in this one, guys. You know, I hope you liked what you saw. You know, like, comment, subscribe. It's all cool. It's all good. Thanks for watching.